Hello everybody, Sian Burton here. I work with private practice owners who are looking to build the practice of their dreams while working less and to do so in a feminine way. And today I'm here to talk to you about why working smarter, not harder, is the key to profitability. Now, there's so many areas of this that I want to cover, but I want to keep this short and powerful for you. So the key things that we're going to talk about today is the impact of the hustle mindset on your ability to show up fully in your practice and in your life, and the impact that then has on the business. And we're going to look at how systems give you the ability to work smarter, not harder, and therefore make you profitable. And we're also going to look at the power of delegation really quickly as well. So it's not going to be a long video, but I want to touch on those three things because they really are the key to working smarter, not harder, and making more money. Now, lots of us come into business with this mindset that we have to work hard to make money. And it's really frequent that I speak to women and they're like, well, I just work harder. I'll just see more clients. I'll just do more. And, you know, that sort of works. There is a whole subset of the entrepreneur community who believe in 10xing what they do and working harder, and the Gary V's of the world, like get up at 5 a.m. and go to bed at midnight, and if you're not doing that, then you're not working hard enough and success won't be yours. Just do not buy into any of it at all. It is so out of alignment with the feminine way to do business. It is that really dominant, driving, masculine energy of pushing and hustle. And if you're anything like me or any of the women I work with in my program Success Without Sacrifice, we hate the hustle, right? We don't want to be doing 5 a.m. till midnight because we've got little people at home or not so little people at home. We've got partners, we've got friends, we've got parents that are aging. We want to be able to achieve all our dreams and be successful, but to do it in a way that fits in with our family, as opposed to us having to sacrifice ourselves in order to achieve our goals. And the ticket to doing that isn't about working harder. It's not about working more hours. It's not about 10xing what you do. It's about working smarter on the things that really matter so that you can be more profitable and achieve the dreams that you want to in your life and your business. So how do you do that? And excuse me that I sound sick. I have been sick. My child sneezed in my face last week and set the timer on making me sick. So I'm sorry I sound a bit bunged up. So the big ticket action to take to go from working smarter, not harder, is to transition from being the lead clinician in your business who makes the vast majority of the revenue to being the CEO who works to ensure that everybody else in the business is full and that the business is running smoothly so it can scale. Now, you might hear me say that and be like, that feels like it is a world away from where I am right now, Sian. How exactly do I do that? But it comes down to the two things I said at the beginning. It comes down to having systems, and it comes down to delegation. The final thing actually it comes down to is your mindset. There has to be an active point where you say enough is enough. I'm not going to keep doing it like this anymore because I'm killing myself in the process and I'm making barely enough money to warrant the effort that's going in, right? And even if you are making great money, it actually then just becomes a set of golden handcuffs because now you're making great money, but you're having to work 50, 60 hours a week to achieve it. And now you're really stuck, right? The first thing is to make the decision that you are no longer going to be the lead clinician and you're going to take the steps to move yourself towards being the CEO who oversees everything that's happening and sees the clients that they want to see, but ultimately works with the team in the business to ensure that the clinicians are full, that the admin team is working well, that the finances are under control, and that operations are running smoothly. That is the role of a CEO. In order to do that, the first thing you need to do today is to stop seeing a full caseload of clients. Yes, that means that you're maybe going to see a small reduction in revenue in the first few weeks, or maybe even a month. And yes, you're going to have to turn some clients away. Both of those things I know give you the heebie-jeebies, but without you making a change now, in 12 months' time, you're going to be in exactly the same place. So that's the first thing that needs to change. The second thing is you need to ask yourself every single time you do anything that is working on the business itself, so it's not client related, it's not clinical work related, is this a role a CEO should be doing, given the explanation I just gave you of what a CEO's role is? And the answer, if you're doing the bookkeeping, the answer is no. If you are doing the scheduling, the answer is no. If you have an admin team and you are doing any of those kind of tasks, a CEO should not be doing those tasks. So that you need to get the systems in place for you to be able to delegate those tasks to the people in your team who can do those things for you. And yes, that brings up things of, what if they can't do it as well as me? What if they don't do it properly? But that's where the systems come in. A system means that essentially every task becomes a process that has a checklist. If a process has a checklist and all that needs to happen is that checklist be followed, then it's not difficult for that job to be done properly. And if the job isn't done properly, now you're managing someone's adherence to a process or a system as opposed to managing them as a person. Managing people is horrible. It makes us all think of that authoritarian manager who made us feel awful. Managing people's adherence to systems is easy. It looks like you haven't followed this system and process here. Can you tell me where you got stuck or what it was that led you not to do that? Let's see how we can make sure that that happens in the future. If that happens 3 times, now you know the person's not capable of following systems and they're not a good fit for your practice. It's not personal. It's not about them not having initiative or showing up or working hard enough. It's about a skill set, and it becomes much easier to see if there's an issue. So to increase your profitability, we need to get you working as a CEO so that you can ensure that everybody is full, because that's where all the profit is going, is in your team sitting at 60, 70% capacity. Them being at 100% capacity is all profit in your pocket. You can't access that profit if you can't get your head out of the clinical role in order to become CEO, to put the things in place to fill your team to capacity to access that profit. You can keep seeing clients with full caseload as much as you want, but until you make this step, you will forever have this profit that is sitting there on the table, ready for you to tap into, not being tapped into, because you're too in the thick of working with your clients to be able to access that potential. The thing I will leave you on is, so often I speak to people that have tens of thousands of dollars available to them in their existing practice, and they're trying to hire completely unnecessarily. They just need to fill their existing team. If that's something you need help with, go find me on social media and book in a call, and we can work through my success assessment with you, figure out where you're stuck and what's happening in your practice and why you're not able to be CEO, or why you're not tapping into that profit. And then from there, we can put together a plan together that you can walk away and implement. And any questions or comments, put them below the video. I would love to hear from you. But that is it for me today, and I will see you again next week with another video.